Let's face it, recording police has been a hot topic for many years.
It showed LAPD officers beating Rodney King with their batons and kicking him for 15 minutes.
And even racism. So just how much force is too much?
Just gave y'all the opportunity to get in, bro. I told you can't win.
My knee.
When recording police, you're going to need to know your rights. In fact, you need to know your rights so well that you can't be intimidated into giving them up with the threat of arrest or jail. Let's brush up on some constitutional law before you head out on your First Amendment audit and start recording police. First off, not all police violate citizens' rights. In fact, I know many police officers who are big First Amendment advocates and actually encourage citizens to record their interactions. The officers who do violate citizens' rights may not even do it intentionally or with malice. However, the fact is that constitutional rights are violated on a daily basis. When someone alleges that an officer has violated their rights, unfortunately, it comes down to the word of the citizen against the word of the officer. The easiest way to ensure that someone doesn't twist the events is through the use of a video camera. Sure, police may have their own body cams and dash cams, but you have no idea how difficult it can be to obtain that footage, especially when the department wants to keep it hidden. Short answer, no. Regardless of what an officer tells you, recording police is not illegal while they are in public and performing their public duties. The U.S. Supreme Court had the opportunity in 2021 to affirm that this activity is protected by the First Amendment throughout the country, but it failed to do so. Instead, we're left with a patchwork of lower federal circuit court decisions, state laws, and cases. Most clearly, though, the Federal Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals held the principles underlying the First Amendment support the particular right to film the police. And filming the police contributes to the public's ability to hold the police accountable, ensure that police officers are not abusing their power, and make informed decisions about police policy. Therefore, recording police is an absolutely protected and clearly established right in at least Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Also, the Department of Justice has issued guidance on police policies where the DOJ unequivocally declared that individuals have a First Amendment right to record police officers. What this means to you is that it is a violation of your First Amendment right if you are prevented from recording police while they are performing their official duties. Because you have the freedom of speech, you have to be able to collect information about what you want to speak on. The catch-all last resort of officers who don't want you recording police is to assert that you are interfering with their investigation and/or their official duties. Now, this is where a little common sense comes in handy. If you are recording police who are arresting a fellow citizen, then you should do so from a safe distance, like across the street. And do not attempt to get an up-close video of the incident. Basically, you don't want to inject yourself into the scenario. You want to be a silent witness. In a recent case, Mr. Antonio Bueller was arrested in Austin, Texas for interference. Mr. Bueller followed officers and was arrested after not moving more than an arm's length away from the officers when instructed to do so. Additionally, Mr. Bueller was warned that he was obstructing the officers' view and the performance of their duties. We've already discussed police interference, so you know that it is an offense to interrupt, disrupt, impede, or interfere with an official performing their official duty. However, you also know that it is a defense to prosecution if the interference consists of speech only. Recording police is in fact a form of speech. Just don't do what Mr. Bueller did, and you shouldn't become part of the story. Unfortunately, it isn't possible to know when or where an infringement of someone's constitutional rights will take place. When it happens, it usually happens quickly and without warning. If a video begins in the middle of a police interaction, it can be taken out of context because the beginning of the interaction may provide some insight as to why it escalated. The safest bet is to record any and all police interactions from the beginning, especially ones that you're involved in. That way there's an accurate record for later review. Everyone prays that the video will be uneventful, and after review you can delete it. Basically, it is better to record and not need it than to not record and let your life and freedom hang in the balance because you don't have it. You mean, will the police destroy evidence? Well, that is a possibility, and it certainly wouldn't be the first time that has happened. However, without a warrant or probable cause, The police do not have the authority to seize and search your phone or view your pictures or videos. This is the protection afforded by the 4th Amendment. The 14th Amendment prevents the police from seizing and destroying any pictures or videos that are found on your phone. Not to mention the fact that destroying evidence of their misconduct may also be a criminal act that the officer can later be prosecuted for. One alternative to prevent an officer from deleting anything is to set up your phone to automatically upload your videos to Dropbox or YouTube. You might also consider a live stream. Once your video is out on the internet, it's nearly impossible to stop, and it creates another record that can be traced to show that the officer tried to delete it. If you're interested in connecting with others who also record police in the interest of protecting the public, there are many out there. For example, Photography is Not a Crime, Audit the Audit, and Flex Your Rights. These groups provide guidance on safe police encounters. They also do not support harassment or interference of police in their duties. In our legal system, the police are the ones who enforce the laws. They are the ones with the most discretion as to which laws are upheld today and which ones are allowed to slide. Haven't you ever received a warning for speeding instead of a ticket? Because the police hold so much power, it's upon the citizens to police the police. If you aren't concerned with standing up and protecting the rights that our forefathers fought and died to preserve, then what exactly do you stand for?